miss him every day.
Now this mother says she just wants answers. The investigation into how her son died and if authorities could press charges. Plus, new information in a deadly hit-and-run crash. Police identify the woman killed as the driver faces a judge. Now those who knew and loved the victim are sharing her story.
Well, if you loved the weather on Monday, highs near 80 degrees. We're going to be right back through the upper 70s and near 80 as we get into Tuesday. Question is, it's late October. How long can this last? I'll break it down in my full 10-day forecast coming up in just a little bit. Kaylee, back over to you.
Welcome into WTOL 11 News on Plus. I'm Kaylee Maritet. Thanks for joining us. We want to start tonight in Delta, where a mother is calling for the school district to get rid of a principal.
Made him take his pants off, Doug. I don't care what he had on underneath it. You made him take his pants off.
You can go ahead and do whatever you want with that.
Nobody was in here.
You can do whatever you want with that.
Inappropriate.
And I'm okay with that.
The mother, Tiffany Sargent, confronted the principal after she claims he made her son take his pants off to find a concealed cell phone. Sophia Pericone has more.
A Delta mom is going viral on TikTok, picking up more than 500,000 views after claiming her son was strip searched at the high school earlier this month.
You made him take his pants off last week in your office with just you behind closed doors. Okay. That's appropriate. I don't give a If a girl come in here with shorts on under her skirt, you're allowed to let her take the skirt off?
Tiffany Sargent says her freshman son was brought into the principal's office for having a cell phone out in class.
He was on his phone. He was in violation of the school rules.
She says her son did lie to Principal Doug Ford by claiming he did not have a cell phone on him. That's when she says Ford searched her son with a metal detector wand. When it picked up on the cell phone, which was hidden between the waistband of his pants and the shorts he was wearing underneath them, Sargent says Ford told her son to drop his pants. He did, and his phone was revealed, and he served in-school suspension for having it. But Sargent says Ford should have never asked her son to remove his pants without her or another adult in the room.
My issue is how you went about getting that cell phone. If he was a girl, this would have been blown up way more than it is.
Now, Sargent says she wants to see Ford removed from his position as principal.
The superintendent, I actually have a voicemail that I am going to post as well from him last night, stating that he doesn't feel that Doug did anything criminally wrong and he will still be acting principal.
Sargent says Superintendent John Burke said her son cannot return to school until a meeting is held together with him and Ford.
I didn't want to have that meeting until I had a lawyer.
We reached out to Pike Delta York Schools. In a statement, the district said, as a district, we value our relationships with students, staff, and parents. While we are aware of the situation, we will not be commenting on the specifics of this incident out of respect for the privacy of all involved.
It makes you feel like you failed your kid because, one, he should have known that Doug had no right to make him take those pants off, period. And he didn't. He doesn't know his rights. And so I clearly feel like I failed as a mom because I didn't teach him that.
That was Sophia Pericone reporting. Sargent did file a report with the Delta Police Department. Those of the department say they are currently investigating. Two boxers from Toledo are facing charges after a traffic stop. Reports from Toledo police show officers stopped Tyler McCreary and Robert Easter Jr. for, quote, several traffic violations early Friday morning. A canine officer alerted to potential narcotics inside of their vehicle. According to court records, McCreary was driving and is accused of threatening to beat the officer. TPD reportedly asked Easter Jr. to get out of the car multiple times, but officers say he refused. McCreary is charged with menacing. Easter Jr. was charged with failure to comply. Toledo police are looking for a suspect after a high-speed chase. Officers tried to stop a driver in East Toledo overnight. TPD says that the person took off, sped over the MLK bridge and is down Cherry Street. The suspect crashed on Manhattan and ran off. Anyone with information is asked to call or text Crime Stoppers. The executive director of the Ohio Turnpike told board members this morning that the Turnpike's new tolling system is performing well. Our 11 Investigates team has been reporting on the issues with the system since it went live in April. Specifically, we found a large number of people who have been confused by the new toll plaza in Swanton Township. The executive director, Farzan Ahmed, told the board that 97.2% of the tolls have been successfully collected under the new system. But that is actually worse than the 97.4% rate given to us from our first investigation in August. In addition, in total, more than 1.2 million drivers have had issues in the first 6 months of operation. Toledo police have arrested the man they believe is responsible for a hit and run that killed an 86-year-old woman. This is the man that police say hit Gloria Everett Sunday afternoon. Police documents show Antonio Lockett is accused of running into Everett with his car, got out, realized she was dead, and drove off. That happened in front of a carryout on Monroe and Secor. Lockett was just released on bond 2 days before the incident. WTOL 11 caught up with one of Everett's neighbors.
Oh, it was heart-wrenching because, she would always come over and knock on the door, and she would bring me food. Just when she had a cookout or something, she would always invite me. I was really torn when I heard about it.
A preliminary record from the Lucas County coroner shows Everett died from traumatic injuries from being struck by a vehicle. Lockett is currently charged with failure to stop after that crash. He's being held on a $150,000 bond.
He had no fear. He had no sense of danger. He was like a toddler.
That's Deanne Kleinhans talking about her son, Ethan. He was 19 when he died earlier this year. Now his death has been ruled a homicide after he was found tangled in a harness in a van. Now his family is left with more questions than answers. Silver Barker has more.
It was around 5:30 p.m. on March 3rd when Deanne Kleinhans got an unexpected call that would change her life.
And it was the supervisor telling me that she didn't know what all was going on, but there'd been an incident and the ambulance had to cut Ethan out of the vehicle.
She says after the call, she rushed to the hospital where her 19-year-old son, Ethan Kleinhans, was receiving CPR.
And I will never get those images out of my head. Between the time that the EMS started CPR until the time that the doctor in the ER finally called it, it was an hour and 5 minutes. And they never got a sustainable heartbeat back.
The coroner's office reports Ethan died from asphyxiation after being found tangled in his harness inside a transport van. And now, more than 7 months later, it's a situation Toledo Police Department is still investigating. Deanne says she wants someone to be held accountable.
But I don't know how you could miss somebody struggling, because to strangle to death takes time.
Deanne says she always struggled with letting Ethan out of her sight due to his developmental disabilities.
Most parents get to grow out of that toddler stage. He didn't. So it's, he was always on the go. He was always doing toddler things, dumping toys, picking up toys, throwing toys. Just constantly on the go, constantly active.
She placed Ethan in a group home provided by Wood County Board of Developmental Disabilities once he turned 13.
It was the hardest decision I ever had to make. He just got too big and too strong, and I have 3 other children.
But now she says she carries guilt for trusting strangers with her son's life. She says Ethan liked going on car rides as the motion of the vehicle helped him relax. The day he died, she says she believes ViaQuest staff members took him on a car ride and either left him unattended in the car or weren't paying attention.
He was supposed to have 2 staff with him at all times during week hours, and at least one of them within arm's reach.
She's now left with photos and a memorial in her front yard to remind her of Ethan.
I miss him. I miss him every day.
That was Silver Barker reporting. We are still waiting to learn more about the incident from Toledo Police and the Lucas County Prosecutor's Office. We've also reached out to ViaQuest last week and again today to comment, but have not heard back yet. Several businesses in Sylvania Township are closed and will stay closed after a fire tore through a strip mall. Flames broke out near Monroe and Talmadge Saturday night. Firefighters say the businesses where the fire started is a total loss. Other shops sustained smoke damage and are shut down for the time being. No one was hurt. Investigators are still looking into what sparked the blaze. The Ohio National Guard broke ground for a new facility in Port Clinton today. It'll be built at the Camp Perry Joint Training Center. The Guard says this 60,000 square foot readiness center is designed to train and recruit. It will also provide storage for weapons and equipment. We're told the goal is to expand the services and overall reach in the community.
This is a part of the development of Camp Perry that does a number of things for us. We bring other guests here, not just military. Of course, we host the national matches here. We hope to host other military services, the Marine Corps, National Guard from other states here to train here, and this expands our ability to do this.
The facility is expected to be complete by December of next year. Voters in Perrysburg have the chance to learn more about the school district's request for new money tomorrow. There's a public meeting tomorrow night at Fort Meigs Elementary School. The district failed to pass 2 previous bond issues to build the new school. If approved, the new operating levy would cost $341 per year for a $100,000 home, but it would be nearly doubled by 2031. Here's a reason to smile. The Rossford Senior Center, Nora Colapetro celebrated her 100th birthday. The residents there had lunch and 2 cakes to celebrate. Nora's 3 remaining kids were there. The mayor of Rossford even came to join in. Nora says she's grateful for her life, but doesn't really have a secret to living to 100.
Nothing. I've been lucky. I have no broken bones anywhere or any serious diseases. I was at the casino Friday night and danced.
You were at the casino gambling and dancing?
No, didn't gamble.
You didn't gamble?
No, just dance.
Well, Nora says she goes to the center every day. She walks and exercises regularly, and she even tears it up on the dance floor, line dancing on Tuesdays. Chris, I definitely hope to look and act like that at 100.
Could you believe that? 100 years young and she looks great.
Wow, I know. When I saw the video of her dancing at first, I'm like, that's her?
Right.
Great
yes.
shape. Good for her.
Keep moving and grooving, and a big happy birthday as we celebrate 100 years and many more still to come. Let's look at this. Brighter skies and some sunshine. Got to be grooving into our area, and there she is again, just kind of grooving away on her birthday. Lots of friends and family around to celebrate. That's how exactly you would like it as you celebrate 100 years young. Clear skies, more sunshine as we get to Tuesday. Highs into the upper 70s, near 80 degrees. Did you enjoy what we felt on Monday? Perhaps even you thought it was a little warm for late October. We're going to have another warm, dry day as we go into Tuesday. No rain in sight, at least through Tuesday, perhaps even into Wednesday and Thursday. Could be some more dry weather. Temperature-wise, still very mild for late October and dry conditions. We don't have any rain in sight. And across the area, it's been cloud-free the entire day Monday and should nearly repeat that as we get into Tuesday. A little high, thin cloud cover may be out there. Clear skies in the morning. It's not going to be quite as cold as it's been. Clear and comfortable, 48 degrees first thing out the doors. That sunrise is, and it will still stay dark through about 7:30 to 8 o'clock. Upper 60s to near 70. Great day for outdoor recess, and upper 70s into the afternoon as kids go after school. Urge them to get outdoors and enjoy some of that great October weather. Temperature-wise, let's go through this hour by hour, what it's going to feel like first thing on Tuesday. Mid to upper 40s to right around 50 degrees. Fairly decent start to the day, what you'd expect for late October. Here's what's going to be unusual. Another very warm day, upper 70s to near 80 degrees. We're likely to fall just short of record highs, which are actually right around 83, set back in 1920. I expect that is fully going to be safe. Here's when we turn cooler. Cold front right around midday Wednesday. We'll turn us cooler late in the day Wednesday, and by Thursday, we're going to be dipping back into the 30s Thursday morning. We'll have dry conditions on our hour-by-hour forecast overnight tonight and into Tuesday. A little high, thin cloud cover. There's that pocket of dry weather and sunshine through Tuesday afternoon. Now, there will be a front that approaches Tuesday night into Wednesday. That front's going to be arriving Wednesday midday. You're going to see the clouds increase. This is right around lunchtime Wednesday. We'll turn partly to mostly cloudy, but it's unlikely that front will bring us any chance of rain as we go into Wednesday. So here's what to expect.